What's up, YouTube? This is Leon, Luxac 101, because everybody knows sacking is a habit. Um, I haven't made any videos in a while because I've been finishing up with school, and yeah, this is basically my last week of school, just finals, and then I'm pretty much free for the summer. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to be explaining the deck, what I was doing, and like with the little bit of free time I did have, what I was doing in Yu-Gi-Oh, and then the two decks I'm probably going to be working on in the very near future. The deck I was just running was one of my personal favorites, Scraps. I like this deck, but sadly because of last ban lists, they're not as good as they used to be. They're not as playable because Scraps lost Book of Moon and Cold Wave, which they really needed that because when you play Cold Wave, then you summon a Scrap Dragon or a Scrap Twin Dragon. There's not much they can really do about it. So yeah, Scraps were good, but you just can't keep up, and yeah, and little things just stop it. So yeah, they're just a hit and miss. Like I still like the deck. I still find the deck fun, but I would not take this deck to any regional. Maybe a local, but never a regional. Anything higher than a regional or up, nah, this deck wouldn't go with it. Alright, now the first deck I'm going to be working on in the near future because we might be losing priority in the future. So I decided to make Kokomeros. These guys will Kokomero stun because these guys, like Sandman, Wall, what was the other one? Guardian. They're all rock and they all just negate stuff. And then because they're all rock, you could just show each other at the end phase. These are the main two you're going to be using to recycle and bring them out. You're going to be using Earth Knight to bring them out, and you're going to be using Crusader to recycle your Kokomero cards. But yeah, basically it's just a stun deck, and stun decks are going to be great if we end up losing priority, like Japan has already did. So yeah, these guys are going to be great. So I recommend people try to get these cards because it's just basically a cheap version of stun. But it's like having like Doom Cows and stuff like that, but you choose when you activate the effect in a sense. So yeah, and then the big deck I'm gonna work on because this deck is broken. Believe it or not, it's worms. Worms are going to be really broken, especially after the release of Extreme Victory, because it was only one worm card, I believe, released in Extreme Victory, and that one card is just broken. And that's W Nebula Meteor. This card, you change all face down monsters on the field to face up defense. Then, at the end phase, you flip face down all light reptile monsters, hence worms, to face down defense. Then you draw a card for each. Then you can special summon a level 7 or higher worm monster from your deck. And depending on the field, this single card can be like at least like a +5 by itself because you draw, the flip effects activate. So if you have a Lynx, before it goes back face down, you can because this effect is continuous, you can choose to draw a card before this resolves and puts it back face down. Then if you have like the other worm Yigan, when he's flipped up, you can return a monster to the field. So if y'all both have a monster, Yigan goes up and then bounce a monster. Then after that gets reset, so that's another plus. Then you draw for them all go face down. Then you get the final plus, which is summoning a big husky worm like Worm King, whose effect is like similar to like a Dark Arm, but you just tribute worms on the field and stuff like that. So I recommend using worms in the future because this deck is going to probably get more expensive. Right now, all the worm cards aren't really worth anything, but I recommend you start collecting this, or if you have some of the good worms, yeah. When I'm done the deck, because I made a version of this deck before, but before the Meteor came out, it was good. I actually won like 3 locals with it. But yeah, when I finish the deck using the Meteor card, I'll be sure to post a deck video. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. This is Luxac 101. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And remember, people, sacking is a habit, so go with it.